The last time I left you, we were getting the windows taped and getting ready for paint. And since then, I've got pretty much all my painting done. The only painting that I have left to do is the little sensor arrays around the sides, and I'll do that after I get it assembled. I went with a rusty color for the phaser banks, and I picked a neat gold color for the lifeboats. And then I came in and painted random panels with a little bit of gray and brown mixed. And let me see if I can zoom in there and see if you can tell it. It's real subtle, the differences, but I thought it was nice. Came in and touched up the top with some different colors up there. I didn't go by the television show. I didn't stay true to that. I just really just painted it the way that I thought it would look neat, and to heck with it. So anyway, there's the painting on the main saucer section. I highlighted some of those sections on the turtle back. The underside of the main saucer section, I went in and painted dark gray on some of the panels, did the brown. So anyway, that's what the painting scheme looks like. But I say I got a lot done since last time. I've got the aft section completed and put together. And what I did on these is I stuck the LEDs down in the bottom of the nacelles, and I've got 6 LEDs in there. I painted the tops of the LEDs blue to give me the blue glow, and then I laid the red LEDs in a horseshoe shape like that, and basically have 2 right there pointing out those corners to light that red, and it really does nice of light blocking. And then the third one, all I did was let it shine inside, because you'll never see it, because the LED strips you have to use 3 at a time. Another neat thing I did was these impulse engines, these grates in the back. I took the Dremel and I dremeled those out, and then I used the micro crystal clear to create the windows in there. And then what I did is I took a strip of 3 LEDs and folded them flat and laid them in there so that one is pointing out and then one's pointing up and down, and it gives a nice glow inside there. And so it gives you the red impulse engines. I also painted those LEDs red so I could get the red glow. I drilled the top of the nacelles and put a red LED for port and a green LED for starboard. And then I ran all of my wiring out the front part of the aft section. So when it goes together, all this will go into the main part of the body and go back to the controllers. I bought this hideous box at Hobby Lobby. It had a big flower on it, and I'll show you a picture while I'm talking about it. I took a picture of it with my phone. But anyway, what I'm going to do is sand this down, prime it, and paint it black. And what I used was a lamp kit from Home Depot. And all I did was just bought the lamp kit, and it comes with the nuts. I'm going to have to buy 2 kits to have 2 sets of nuts, top and bottom, to mount it. And it's really sturdy. It worked really good. I had to drill a 1/2-inch hole in the bottom of the main hull, which is painted also, by the way. I cracked it apart drilling it, so I've got to finish that seam out on the bottom again. But anyway, that's basically a lamp kit. And what I'm going to do is just use a piece of PVC and sleeve this with the PVC, so I've got something solid and smooth to hide the threaded rod. So I think when I get that painted and get this mounted, I think it's going to look really nice. Let me zoom out a little more, but you can see, and it'll be really nice and sturdy. So I think that's going to turn out good. So that's where I'm at on that. And tonight I'm going to go ahead and start installing more LEDs. I have the port and starboard holes drilled. I'm going to drill 2 more back here. I have them in the bottom also. I have a port and a starboard there. I'm going to have a port and a starboard back here also, so that it'll have plenty of plenty of the marker lights all around the craft. And I bought these model train, let me zoom in there a little bit. These model train crossing flasher kits from quickr.com. I'll post the link. Basically it's a railroad crossing kit for HO railroads when you're doing that. But what I was going to do is only use one side of the kit for a flash, on and off, and just not use the other side, because what it does, it alternates two sides. I bought 3 of these, and the nice thing about these is they're variable speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my main strobe lights, the clear beacon lights, I'm going to have them on one circuit. I'm going to have all my marker lights on a different circuit so that they can flash at different rates. And I think it's Phantom 2000. I have a link to his. I'll make sure I put a link to his site on the page here. When he did his, he did something really neat on the back of his for the landing bay for the shuttlecraft. He had a separate clear marker flashing at a really high rate of speed to bring attention to the shuttle bay. So I think I'm going to do that same thing. So that's why I bought the 3rd flasher, to flash that one really fast. So anyway, if you have any questions about that, these kits are at quickr.com. Really good folks. I ordered them over the weekend, and of course they wasn't processed over the weekend. Today is Wednesday, and I've already received it. They're in Oregon, and I'm in Georgia, and like you couldn't tell by the accent. But anyway, if you're interested in a good flashing kit, seems like it's going to be pretty good. And I will do a video on connecting this and building this little kit, and show you how it works, and we'll see how it turns out. So anyway, I'm going to get to work putting these LEDs in that I have already soldered up. I'm going to go ahead and put those guys in and get everything glued in. And what I'm doing with my single LEDs, all I'm doing is put them in the hole. If I'm in the frame there, yeah. I just put them in the hole and then use hot glue on the back side, and then I'll just paint them black to keep light from glowing through there is all I'm doing. So it's pretty simple. And then I'm running all my wires. I'm doing a home run, running all my wires all the way back to the base so that I have access to every single light in the craft except for the strips. And that way I can hook the resistors up. I can have different things flashing at different rates, connect things differently. So I think it's better than just wiring everything in series inside the craft, and then you decide later you want to change something, you can't do it. But if you have all the wires run back to the base, you can change all that as you want to, and have complete control of it. So anyway, that's where we're at, and I'm going to get started putting these LEDs in and trying to get some construction done.